All right, so let's go ahead and let's bring in our featured artist of the week. This lady is fresh off the boat, the cruise boat that is. She's a cruise ship worker, which we just found out, which is pretty cool. And what's the word I'm looking for? Exotic, I guess, is what I'm looking for. So Sydney Ranee, welcome to the Indie Music Live broadcast. Right now, I believe you're in the LA area, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool. So somehow you submitted your music, you got in with us. I really like your music. We were talking earlier about how 17 is both of our favorite song, you and me, that is. You have a new song out that we're going to be listening to called Bloom, and then we'll come back and we'll get deeper with Dave. So Sydney, I'm sure we're going to talk about the cruise ship stuff with Dave, because that's just fascinating that people can actually go do that, be away from home for 6 months at a time, living on a boat. So we talked about, I almost did it, but I didn't. So let's intro yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, and the song Bloom. We'll listen to Bloom, and then we'll come back and get deeper with Dave.
All right. Well, as you said, I'm Sydney Ranee, born and raised in Los Angeles. I'm just obsessed with music. I love creating music, and that's another reason why I went to work on the cruise ship, because I get to sing and perform every night. So it's a good job for me. The song Bloom, I wrote it last December, and it's basically trying to raise awareness towards women that are victims of abuse. So I went to write the song and to put it out there and to dedicate it to all the ladies out there, because I know some of my friends have experienced it as well. So I know so many people that have been in that situation. So myself and my boyfriend, who's on guitar on this track, we decided to release this song.
Cool. So let's go ahead and listen to Bloom by Sydney Ranee. It's a little bit more mellow than 17, but we're going to live with it. And it's still awesome, and her voice shines through amazingly. So Sydney Ranee with the song Bloom on Indie Music Live.
Every day I get beside myself. Every day spend all by myself. And all I wanted was something else from you. And don't you see how it blows for you? Don't you see how it feels for you? Don't you wanna get lost in sweet surrender? Don't you see how it blows for you? Don't you see how it feels for you? Don't you wanna get lost in sweet surrender? In sweet surrender. I peeled the petals, drove them on the floor. They kissed the earth, but you're still yelling more. The green that hides in your eyes, telling lies, lies. The seeds that once were life now are blue. The seed that once was calm is now rough too. While I'm contemplating all the words to say to you, don't you see how it blows for you? Don't you see how it feels for you? Don't you wanna get lost in sweet surrender? Don't you see how it blows for you? Don't you see how it feels for you? Don't you wanna get lost in sweet?
Indie Music Live, episode 64, Miss Sydney Ranee with the song Bloom. You know, I'm Dave and everybody in the room, Sydney as well. Sydney, you don't know our business as quite as well, I think, as we do, but we've had some amazing, like, people think of indie music as like a genre, but it's to me, it's more of an attitude, and it's not genre specific. So it's really cool and amazing to me, all of the female R&B artists that we've had on this show the past year. It's really, really cool to me. So let's go ahead and get deeper with Dave.
Yeah. Deeper with Dave. Deeper with Dave. Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by.
Let's wait for it. Someday.
There it is. Yeah, I know. I couldn't hear it. It's funny.
I didn't even hear it. I hope it's good. I hope the people enjoyed it. So, Sydney, ever since I heard your song, I've just been dying to ask you this question. Man, I really want to ask you this question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate my mustache?
I'm going to give it a solid 9.5.
Oh, really? Oh, my God. Are you serious? Please, be honest. I want to know.
It's a pretty rad mustache.
Really? It works for you? Okay.
It works.
All right. Well, that makes me feel good. I mean, that changes my life in many ways. All right. When should we do the Mateo part? Let's put it on pause for a second. You know what I hear with your stuff? First of all, I was feeling it. I like what you're doing. You know what I hear? I hear this it's like a tug of war between R&B and jazz.
Yes.
So I want to put this on you. Man, tell me where you're at with the tug of war, because you're going back and forth. It's like you can dig deep into either one, but what I read in you is that you just don't want to be another R&B chick. You want to do something different. Talk to me.
Well, I get that a lot. In college, I studied jazz vocals, so I think that's where that background fits in. But I think today, the modern R&B singers, quote unquote, which are like the popular ones, I don't really connect to that type of style. So I just figured I create my own kind of style, put a little flair, like certain artists that inspired me. Like I love Stevie Wonder, Shaka Khan, Prince,
right.
Donna Summer, Etta James. So I try to, in a way, incorporate all of them into my style of music as well as come off as original. So I think that's why I haven't really leaned towards the jazz or towards the R&B. Just kind of want to coast in the middle because I love both genres a lot, and I'm kind of torn between being a jazz artist or an R&B
No,
artist.
absolutely. I mean, there's another story here that I think is an influence, but Billie Holiday, Alicia Keys were a couple others that I would mention, and even Diana Krall.
Of course.
I heard her in terms of the jazz influence right there, but all right. So this is an interesting story. So you are a cruise ship musician. Like you go on these tours where you'll go on 4 or 5 month tours. Cruise ship. But that's unique. I mean, I have a couple friends that have done that once or twice, but you're doing it right now. That's a big part of your life. But in that story, you've actually met your boyfriend who plays guitar with you when you're together, and you write songs on your downtime when you do these cruise ship tours, and you actually plan it out where you do these tours together. I mean, that is amazing. Tell me about that experience.
Well, we met 2 years ago on a Holland America cruise that was cruising French Polynesia and Hawaii. And I mean, we were in a party band together. And the way that the party bands work on the cruise ships is they randomly force people together from all around the world. No rehearsals. And they give you an iPad and you're just expected to sight read and perform right on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I met him. And from the first day that he came on board, I just fell in love with him, and we decided to continue our relationship. So we bounce back between going on contracts, and we like to split up our vacations, half time in Italy, half time in Los Angeles. So I just came back from Italy literally a week ago. I was there for 2 months, and we're getting ready to join our next ship on the 23rd in China. So I have 3 weeks without him. I miss him dearly, but I will see him for the next 5 months. So I'm
okay. So tell me this. So that I guess that romance, that kind of musical connection, tell the people listening like how that's an influence in terms of the music that you're creating. I mean, because you're like writing together, right?
Of course.
Okay.
And a lot of my songs I wrote about him. So I guess you can say he's my muse. No, it's nice because I play a little bit of piano. So when I do my tracks, I use Logic, and I kind of put them all together with like the drum beats, the bass, and the piano. And he really makes the songs come alive with the guitar. So yeah. I think it's just, I feel like we're a really, really good combination because he also helps me with, understanding like music theory and different voicings and,
it's
adding a different flair to it.
Soulmates in music and soulmates in life. I mean, we've seen that story. What was it, 2 weeks ago? Was Break Out the Crazy? Same story, Joe. I'm out, Joe. Come back, brother.
Yeah, if you ask my wife, she'll tell you that I got her through college music theory.
Nice.
She's the one that got the music degree. I quit to be a musician. So anyway, yeah, that's awesome. That's good stuff. So we have the Musicians Roundtable coming up right after this. So everybody keep hanging with us. We're going to, after we close out this show, we're going to get, sort of do the stagehand thing. We're going to close the curtain and get everything reset up again and then open the curtain again. And we're all going to be in different outfits.
Probably naked. Me, at least. So, Sydney, thank you so much for spending the time. I know it takes a little bit of time to get things ready, and you got to call in early and hang out with us, boring people and stuff. And,
no problem. You guys.
Thank you so much for being our featured artist. We're going to be helping promote your music for the next 6 months or so on the website. You'll be seeing it on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. So, why don't you shout whoever out you want to shout out and let everybody know where they can find you online. And if you want to hang out for the roundtable coming up, you're more than welcome to.
Why, since we're talking about my boyfriend, I'll shout him out. Matteo Calvani. Hey, love you lots, miss you. And as far as finding me online, Instagram, Sid Ranee, SYDRANEE. Twitter, same, Sid Ranee. YouTube, Sid Ranee. Facebook, Sydney Ranee. And my website, sydneyranee.com.
Awesome. So once again, thank you so much. Everybody check out Sydney Ranee. If you're on a cruise ship and you happen to see her, let her know you saw
hi.
her.